Let's start with the truth. Your brain isn't naturally wired to think positively. It's wired to protect you, to spot danger, and to keep you safe. And whilst that was brilliant when we were being chased by wild animals, it's not quite as helpful when your biggest threat these days is your inbox. That's why negative thoughts can seem louder, stickier, and more believable than the positive ones. But the good news is you can train your brain to think more positively. And no, it's not about pretending everything's perfect. It's about shifting your mindset in a way that's grounded, useful, and realistic. Let's have a look at how to do just that. First, start by noticing your default thinking. You can't change what you don't notice. Start paying attention to the kind of thoughts that pop into your head during the day. When something goes wrong, do you immediately blame yourself? When someone compliments you, do you brush it off? Do you expect the worst before you even try? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about just being aware. You're not your thoughts, but you are responsible for how you respond to them. Second, challenge the negative. Our brains can be a bit dramatic. One mistake turns into, I'm terrible at this. One awkward conversation becomes, they hate me. So when you catch a negative thought, pause and ask yourself, is this actually true? What evidence do I have? Is there another way to look at it? This simple habit breaks the cycle. You stop taking every thought as gospel and start thinking more like a calm, rational coach. Third, practice gratitude, but do it properly. You've probably heard the advice, keep a gratitude journal. Sounds simple, and it is, but to really make it work, you've got to go beyond the surface. Don't just write, I'm grateful for my family. Write why, what did they do today that make you smile? The more specific you are, the more your brain starts scanning for good things, even in ordinary moments. That trains your mind to see the full picture, not just the faults. Fourth, celebrate small wins. Most of us are brilliant at spotting what went wrong, but rubbish at recognizing what went right. So train yourself to notice progress, not just perfection. Did you speak up in that meeting, even though it made you nervous? That's a win. Did you get started on that task you've been avoiding? That's a win. Did you handle a tricky conversation with more patience than usual? Another win. Small wins build confidence, and confidence builds positive thinking. Fifth, surround yourself with positive influences. Now, this doesn't mean cutting out anyone who's having a bad day. We all have them. But do pay attention to the energy you're around. If your social circle or work environment is constantly negative, complaining, or cynical, that starts to shape your mindset too. Seek out people, podcasts, books, and conversations that challenge you to think better, not just feel better. Positivity is contagious, so make sure you're good at catching the good kind. Sixth, watch your language. The way you speak to others and yourself matters. Instead of saying, I'm terrible at this, try, I'm still learning. Instead of, I have to do this, try, I get to do this. Those little shifts in wording might sound subtle, but they have a huge impact on how you experience your day. Words shape thoughts, thoughts shape behavior, and behavior shapes outcomes. Seventh, Don't aim to be positive all the time. Aim to be balanced. This is important. You're not really trying to block out reality or ignore your emotions. You're not a robot. You're allowed to feel frustrated, sad, anxious, angry. Those are all valid, but the goal is to not stay stuck there. Train your brain to see the full picture, the challenge and the opportunity, the problem and the potential, the setback and the lesson. That's not naive, that's resilient. So to wrap it up, notice your thought patterns. Challenge the negative with facts. Practice specific, meaningful gratitude. Celebrate progress, not just perfection. Choose positive influences. Mind your language. And aim for balance, not blind optimism. You're not trying to force a smile or ignore the hard stuff. You're just choosing to see the whole picture and give your brain a better story to believe. And when you do that, everything starts to shift from the inside out. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.